Hi, I'm Christopher Copeland, and today I'm going to briefly talk about how to present visual aids during your speech for COM 1113, Business and Professional Speaking Online. First thing I will say is be sure that you prepare your visual aids in advance. It's really important that you incorporate visual aids. First of all, it helps those in your audience that are visual learners. Since the speech is mostly auditory, it helps those people that do learn better by visuals retain the information. Second, it's going to help you clarify complicated or complex information to your audience. And finally, audience members will remember your speech better when you have a memorable visual aid. So there are several steps that are outlined in the book regarding how to display and reference your visual aids. I'm going to briefly talk about those. First, don't assume that just because a visual aid is being shown that your audience will understand how it relates to your speech. Be sure to explain the visual aid to your audience. That would mean that you might have to stop and look over at the PowerPoint presentation and actually reference it. If it's a picture, you might stop and explain it, but be sure to explain and make sure it's meaningful of why your visual aid enhances your speech. Number two, be sure that you display your visual aid only when it's appropriate, only when you're referencing it. Once you're finished referencing it, the visual aid should be taken down or put away. That also means that if you have a PowerPoint and you have multiple slides, you might have to insert blank slides in between those slides through which you're speaking through so that the attention moves back to you when you're not referencing the visual aid. You want to be sure your visual aids are large enough so that everyone in your audience can see them at the same time. And finally, you want to avoid passing out any sort of handouts during your presentation, as those can be distracting to your audience. If you have any further questions about visual aids, you can reference your textbook or you can shoot me an email. Thanks.